Maria Ester Salinas, 715 Miller, Mission, Texas, 78572.
And we're at your house here, Esther, on Miller Avenue in Mission, and you've had a visit from some water specialists with Maytag. Tell me what they were doing here and what did they find?
Um, they were walking the neighborhood, and well, they pretty much stopped at my house and asked me if they could test the water. And I go, why? And he says, well, we would just like to test it because we believe a lot of the water is contaminated. And instantly, I thought about living in the Superfund area in Mission, Texas. And I said, sure, I'd like for you to test it. What specifically are you testing for? And one of the chemicals that we're testing for was arsenic. And I'm very interested because being in the Superfund, arsenic was one of the contaminants and chemicals in Mission, Texas. So when they came in and brought their sampling devices, they started checking and they said the normal level is supposed to be 44, and my house tested 659, category of maximum contamination. Now, all our drinking water, we buy it at the water mill, but I had them test that too, and it still was not at a safe level. And that's been my whole interest because then they start going over all of the illnesses caused by contaminants in the water. And being the Superfund activist here, I have my notebooks, and that's where I was researching arsenic, and it talks about every illness and everything that's caused by arsenic, which includes cancer, which I've had, and my grandson kidney failure, and a lot of my neighbors dying with cancer. And I was very, very concerned. So then after they continued to test with different solutions, different waters, the water from my sink, the water from outside, the water from the water mill, they came out different levels from the water mill in my home. So then they offered, Maytag comes and offers solutions, how they can help your household. And then if you're over a specific age, um, pretty much they're going to give you soaps, and they're going to give you all of these items that you're spending $50 a week anyway. But it's very interesting because they said if they test your water and send you a letter, you're not going to read it. But if they do it in front of you and you're seeing that they're not cheating and you're visually seeing, that's what we had been asking for 20 years ago with the city politicians and the governmental entities. When we're declared Superfund most toxic, Mission, Texas, and the six cities in the United States, Mission, Texas ranked sixth as most toxic. So many of my friends have recently died, and the scientists and doctors that I met 20 years ago told me, give it 20 years. The chemicals are going to wake up. They're dormant. You don't know how many people are going to die of cancer, have special children, all this special low-weight babies or autisms. But nobody seemed to believe me in the past, and I just don't know why EPA focused on environmental. They didn't focus on the population. But I'm hoping now with a new administration, and now many of these city leaders who have lost their family members to the cancers, to the autisms, to special needs kidney problems, maybe they're listening now. But I was very impressed.
Did the results from the Maytag technicians surprise you?
Yeah, they were a lot higher than I expected. I did not expect 659 arsenic. And then when they started testing chlordane and the different chemicals, but they told me, did you know Mission was in a water boil basis? I said, no. I knew maybe of other towns I've heard, but I didn't know Mission. Now, I can't boil all the water I'm bathing with. No, I don't even brush my teeth with regular water. I don't even give my pets regular water that I wash my dishes with. But even then, they showed you how much soap you can use compared to their water that is alkaline. And that's what they're saying. It's very important that you drink water with alkaline. Even though it's more expensive, but you're paying $4 a gallon instead of, a dollar or 35 cents. But so many of my neighbors, so many of my friends are sick with cancer, too many health issues. And according to all the paperwork I have from the lawsuit, it tells you the tiredness, the lethargic, the depression, the white lines, the weight loss, the nausea, the diarrhea, skin cancers, respiratory cancers, so many problems of the liver, colon cancers, just too much. And I've been very, very interested for the last 25 years since I started Superfund items in 1998. I have been wanting studies of the people, the biomarkers of the people where they totally refused us. So now maybe, yeah, I believe changing of the water, but my grandson has stage 4 kidney problem. He needs more than a change of water.
What will you do with the results that you've got from Maytag? What do you plan to do with this?
Well, I'm going to keep it in my records, all the records that I do accumulate, so many records of mission, and I accumulate so many records of mission, how toxic we were and still are. Of course, they're going to lie to us, and someone's going to cover up and say, oh, well, it's clean. It's never going to be clean because Mission doesn't have 2 Superfund areas. Mission had 12 sites. Furthermore, I'm going to also encourage and invite a lot of my neighbors and friends in the Superfund to also have these young men come out as specialists and test their waters and test their houses.
Will you be taking these results to City Hall to show them the Mission leadership?
That's a good question, and I wish this Mission leadership would listen instead of a blind eye or pretending like the 3 monkeys: see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil. Just across the street is a neighbor's parents' home. What did the father die of? Cancer? How can we bring my father back, the barbers? How can we bring all those older men and my family friends that all have died of cancer?